My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Get ready to tip. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For Rob Kremmel's St. Francis Red Flash, you got Dixon-Conover, Lasky, Land, Miles Thompson, they're do everything forward, and Mark Flagg, the only senior starter. And for Jeff Capel's PITT Panthers, Horton, the transfer from Delaware, he's an outside sniper. Xavier Johnson, Tony Champetti, and John from Delaware, he's an outside sniper. Xavier Johnson, Tony Champetti, and John Hughley. That's a nice responsibility for him. True freshman from Cleveland, Ohio. He's not only starting at center, he's also jumping center. And PITT wins the tap. With my partner Grant Long, I'm Eric Collins. The PITT Panthers, 16 and 17 last year, 6 and 14 in ACC play. Their first offensive possession, and a babe shall lead them. The freshman Hughley misses the jump hook, but it stays with the Panthers. Loose on the floor, picked up by Miles Thompson. Here comes the Red Flash.
Gotta play some stingy defense when you're the St. Francis Red Flash.
St. Francis coming out of the Northeast Conference, finished second last year. Both these teams actually had their seasons come to a completion. They both were eliminated in their conference tournaments when everything kind of came to a halt, COVID-19 related. Offensive rebound, stick back with the left hand. That's Maudis Tony. First basket of the game for PITT.
Got to get those second chance opportunities. That's going to be big in this game tonight if we can create more scoring opportunities.
St. Francis has never defeated the PITT Panthers. Down on their luck, 0-29 over the years. Haven't played in a while, though. Last meeting in 2011, the year before Rob Kremmel took over. Rob Kremmel now in year number 9 at his alma mater. And turnover.
One thing that this St. Francis team can do, they scored 77 points a game last year, so they can put the ball in the basket.
That foul was called on Xavier Johnson. Third possession for St. Francis. Looking for a scratch. High-low. Left-handed layup missed by Land. Good stick-to-itiveness. First bucket for St. Francis. Give it to Maxwell Land.
Great utilization of the backdoor cut by St. Francis. Movement off the ball allowed them to score that basket.
Hughley trying to post up, now sets the screen. Bad pass, picked off. Flagg got his hand on it. Transition three, Miles Thompson. And don't look now, but St. Francis an early lead.
And he's their leader, the 6'6" junior. And Coach Kremmel told us he's earned the right to be their go-to guy.
10 and 5 last year. As a sophomore, he's from Camden, New Jersey, with Miles Thompson. Good players over the years from Camden.
Billy Thompson, one of those.
I love how you go deep. Shot is missed, but a foul. Tony is fouled on his three-point attempt.
Good action here in transition. Spots up and knocks down the tray ball. Coach Kremmel told us he doesn't mind the three ball being taken as long as it's in rhythm and by the right guy. That's the perfect play right there.
It was a long 2 for Tony, so he'll have 2 free throws. First one off the back of the iron. And early substitution. We've only played 2.5 minutes, and already Hughley's going to come out.
Well, this is the one thing I can tell you. You talk about early substitution. These guys they have a lot of nervous energy going right now. Remember, this is the first game. They're very nervous. You're going to see a lot of up-tempo play. It'll slow down here in the next couple of minutes.
Abdul Karim Koulibaly comes into the game for PITT. Sophomore wears number 12. He replaces Hughley. Thompson hit one a moment ago, puts it on the deck, nowhere to go. Turnaround up and through. Miles of smiles from Miles Thompson. Back-to-back buckets for the junior.
You can tell he's very sure of himself as Miles Thompson.
Johnson with the misfire. That was an issue a year ago. Yeah, Jeff Capel talking to us a couple of days ago said his offense needs to be improved this year. They really struggled scoring last season. Up up and down, land another bucket. 10-0 run for the visitors.
Yeah, you mentioned the lack of scoring from Pitt last year. Just about 60 points, 64 points a game. They're going to need to up that tonight.
Lefty three, Tony. Tony missed a couple of free throws a moment ago. This time rings the bell. St. Francis, Red Flash coming out of Loretto, Pennsylvania. About an hour and a half drive away from here. Due east. Halfway between Pittsburgh and Harrisburg. Rob Krimmel went there as a college player back in the 90s and never left. 4 years as a player, very good player for the Red Flash. 12 years an assistant, and now his 9th year as the head signal caller. Last foul called on Xavier Johnson. And he's got 2. He has to go to the bench. So early foul trouble for Johnson.
That's the first miss from Miles Thompson.
Horton, pull up 3. Nothing there. 3-on-3 break. Wonderful hesitation and bucket. Ramiir Dixon-Conover.
Couple three-point shots, mid-range jumper. St. Francis really diversifying how they score the basketball early on.
4 minutes into the game. Pitt's only 2 field goals coming from Tony. The trend continues. All-East Tony has every single bucket for Pitt. All 7, make it 8 of their points. Dixon-Conover. Bryce Lasky. Flag. That's a long 2. Can't get much deeper than that without making a 3.
Yeah, you know what? If he's got that kind of time, Flag can knock that shot down. 6'9", and takes a good look at the basket, a long, hard look at the basket. He's able to capitalize.
Flag didn't even attempt a three-pointer last year. He's got that range clearly, as that shot was made with ease about a foot inside the line. St. Francis leads by 6 with the ball. Land, in and out.
There you saw an opportunity of the influence, rather, of the three-point shot. St. Francis in transition had a good look at the basket, maybe at a mid-range jumper. Took a step back 3 instead.
Now, first chance to catch our breath, we've got a timeout on the floor. So far, so good.
3 throughout the season, so they've got to do a better job on the glass. Our motto is that you can control the glass, you can control the game.
I like that. The long and short of it. Grant Long, brilliant stuff. All right, Pitt, they're going to make a substitution. Gerald Drumgoole comes in, sophomore from Rochester, New York. And they steal the inbounds to the Red Flash. Good play so far by St. Francis. Transition 3 up and down. Bryce Lasky, how do you do? So now all 5 starters for St. Francis with the field goal. Contrast that to Pitt, who only 1 player has scored. All-East Tony has all 8 of Pitt's points.
Right now, St. Francis playing with a lot of energy on both ends of the court. Gets a good stop there defensively, and here they are in transition.
Penny misses inside. He's still scoreless. And a turnover. Ball picked up by Tony. Champagny. Offensive rebound. Up and through. Abdul Karim Konomali.
That's a good move by Abdul. The defender was on the right side, so he had to go to the left and utilize the left hand for the finish.
6.5 minutes into this one, and another turnover. Tony the other way. And a whistle, offensive foul. Good job by Ramiir Dixon-Conover to hold his ground.
Yeah, he got that one back, but if you're Coach Krimmel, you've got to be concerned because that's back-to-back turnovers for the Red Flash. Coaches all day, every day tell their players, if you make a mistake, don't hang your head. Get back and make something happen on the defensive end, and that was a classic case of it right there.
St. Francis, they go to their bench for the first time. They bring in Zari Harrison. He wears number 1, freshman from West Philadelphia. He's going to bring the ball over the timeline. Also into the game, another freshman, number 33, Josh Cohen. Josh Cohen setting the screen. He's from Lincroft, New Jersey. Christian Brothers Academy. Don Pratt smiling. 7-point lead for St. Francis. Lefty three. Loose. Pitt Panther ball.
Miles Thompson in there competing for offensive rebounds. That's an opportunity for this team to keep their lead.
Tony looking for Hughley with the back to the basket. Drum Gould. And it stays with Pittsburgh. More changes for St. Francis. Ronell Giles comes in. Also number 22, Tyler Stewart. Dixon-Conover and Miles Thompson both lead. Hughley, extra pass. Drum Gould.
Second shot opportunity created by the hustle from Pittsburgh.
Tony. Left-handed pass inside Champagne. Finally gets his season started. First field goal for the leading returning scorer for Pitt. Red Flash not resting on their laurels. They hustle back down, and they'll have free throws.
You know what? I did not see this coming from Champagne, but he got up off the floor very quickly for that two-hand flush.
That last foul was on Tony. August Tony now has 2 personal fouls. So Tony and Johnson both with 2 fouls for Pitt. And Tony will have to leave. He's replaced by Ithiel Horton.
Here we go.
Horton trying to get started. He began the game, only attempted 1 shot in 5 minutes time. Good looking stroke. Ronell Giles Jr., freshman, the first 2 points as a college player. Maxwell Land goes to the bench. Ramiir Dixon-Conover, really short break. He's back on the floor.
We saw some zones from St. Francis earlier, but now they've elected to go to their man-to-man defense.
Josh Cohen called for that foul. That's something that Rob Krimel's going to have to deal with. That big fella, John Hughley, he's got a lot of ability down the paint. He's going to be a load for whoever tries to guard him.
Oh, no question about it. His size is going to be a factor in this game tonight.
We saw Hughley playing outside. First pin on the floor. Now he's really trying to post up. This is Hughley. Offensive rebound. Tapped around, bodies flying. And it's going to be St. Francis basketball. Listen to where you work. You'd think you're somewhere in Europe. Just beautiful buildings, workable waterways. The great weather doesn't do much for me in the cold. But besides that, I think this is an absolutely beautiful, picturesque city.
The landscaping is wonderful.
Sure.
It really is.
19-12. St. Francis on top of Pitt. Season opener for both sides. St. Francis has never defeated Pitt. They're 0-29. Even during the days of the great Norm Van Leer. Maurice Stokes. Never happened for St. Francis against Pitt. Up and through. Left-handed layup. Zari Harrison.
I got a feeling that this group from St. Francis has no idea about the record losing streak. They're trying to fix that right now. Shooting 58% from the field right now. Good drive to the basket, into the teeth of the defense. A difficult shot, but he makes it look easy. Going to the left hand and off the glass.
Talked to Rob Krimmel, St. Francis head coach. Whenever he mentioned Zari Harrison, he said winner. Started every sentence by saying winner. He's been there and done that on the high school level, and that's the reason why he wanted him with St. Francis. He just got a certain swagger and know-how about his game.
And believe me, that kind of attitude becomes contagious amongst your teammates.
Horton with the misfire from deep. Offensive rebound from Gould. And defense slagged off from Gould. What do we have? A travel. Missed opportunity for Pitt. They now have 6 turnovers. Still early. Closing in on the 11-minute mark of our first half.
Good strong drive. I like that pull-up.
Here come the Panthers with their hair on fire. Johnson lost it. Playing with 2 fouls, out of control. Nice block by Champagny. Timed it beautifully. Bucket up and in. Dixon-Conover. So it started as a wonderful defensive play. Doesn't end with the possession for Pitt.
Relentless effort by St. Francis to come away with the 2 points in transition.
6-0 run for the visitors. Johnson playing with 2 fouls. Junior point guard. Off the window and in.
Nice move. Utilizing the Euro step to get free. Terrific finish.
Xavier Johnson last year, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists per game. Looking to build on that. Nice bump in. Everything but the bottom of the net. Tyler Stewart to misfire, but an offensive rebound. Score the goal and a foul. Ronell Giles Jr. chance for a 3-point play.
Give Pitt a lot of credit. They get back in transition. Champagny comes up with an outstanding block. But St. Francis, they don't give up, and they come away with the 2 points. And they get inside here with an easy deuce, and that comes off of an offensive rebound. Coach Capel talked about this yesterday. That's their weak spot, giving up defense, or not getting, rather, defensive rebounds. And there's the clear evidence of it right there.
So a 2, not 3-point play for Giles. Pitt has the basketball down by 11. Been an uphill battle all first half for Pitt. Offense just hasn't figured things out yet. They're 6 for 18 shooting the basketball. William Jeffress has come into the game. He wears number 24 for Pitt. Wonderful stories, Jeffress. We'll get to that in a moment. Numbers for St. Francis. Giles. And it's Jeffress, the man that we mentioned a moment ago, comes up with a loose ball, and he's grabbed. Look at that fresh-faced kid right there. William Jeffress, number 24 in white for Pitt. Not only is he a freshman, he actually should still be a senior in high school. He actually graduated early. He enrolled in Pitt early. Graduated late, I guess that would be. Enrolled in Pitt early. He is the youngest player in the ACC since back in 1982 when Brad Doherty played his first game at North Carolina. He is 17 years of age, and he just turned 17 a couple of months ago. Talk about a precocious kid.
A 3-time All-State selection as well.
Out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Pretty cool when you talk about the youngest Brad Doherty.
Gives you some insight that doesn't happen very often.
Brad Doherty eventually became the number 1 overall pick after his stint at North Carolina. Up and down. Horton hits his first 3-pointer for Pitt.
Yeah, that's a good sign because Coach Capel said with their lack of 3-point shooting over the years, Horton will help bolster that shooting percentage from beyond the arc. Nice pass, nothing real fancy. Just get open, deliver the basketball in a timely fashion, let your shooters take over.
So said that's Horton's first 3 for Pitt, not his first 3 as a college player. He hit 79 3-pointers as a freshman at Delaware, sat out last season, and now his first year playing in the ACC for Pitt. Ramiir Dixon-Conover hits the first, he'll have 1 more. One of 2 captains for St. Francis, Dixon-Conover and Miles Thompson. And Miles Thompson back on the floor.
I'm enjoying the confidence in which St. Francis is playing right now. They're full of confidence. They've got a swag about them that almost tells you if we do and follow the game plan, we've got a chance to win the basketball game. And that's what we're seeing right now from this St. Francis team.
A little bit of zone.
Yes.
Hughley misfires, offensive rebound. Tony off balance hits it.
That's the drawback from playing a zone. You don't necessarily have a person to box out. You have an area, and sometimes you're going to give up second chance points.
Maxwell Land shuffled the shoes. Careless mistake. Turnover, gives it back over to Pitt. Jariah Coleman comes into the game. He replaces Mark Flagg. Coleman, a freshman from Anchorage, Alaska. Of all places.
7-footer. So that's going to give some help to their interior defense for sure.
Freshman on freshman. And it's won by Coleman.
Pays dividends right away. Good move by the coach.
Oh, my. Miles Thompson from well behind the arc. And we've got a foul on Coleman. 7-footer just came into the game, banging bodies with Hughley, and he's calling for personal.
Yeah, Miles Thompson.
A little bit of an old Maryland terrapin by the name of Adrian Branch.
Oh, wow. He went way back. I remember that smooth field. Very, very cagey and rangy. And could shoot it with length, or rather with distance.
Our producer, Scott Snyder, absolute stickler for detail, reminding me that Adrian Branch was listed at 6'8", not the 6'6" of Audi's Tony. But I'll let my thing slide a little bit. 7:45 remaining, first half. Pitt down by 8. Xavier Johnson pass too hot to handle. And it's St. Francis basketball. 10 first half turnovers for Pitt.
And that was the concern of Coach Krimmel with St. Francis, the high turnovers. But it's been the Panthers tonight not putting the premium on protecting the ball.
Here's Ruggery, good deep shooter. Redshirt freshman, Duncansville, Pennsylvania. Not too far away from Loretto. Shot clock down to 5. Thompson! No panic in his game.
Well, that's a good find because Pittsburgh was in the zone that time. And the best way to defeat the zone, get the ball in the middle and make something happen.
Thompson with 7 points, averaged 10 a year ago.
St. Francis now also showing the zone.
Oh, that's what he's all about. John Hughley. He used that 6'9", 240-pound frame, got position, and scored through contact.
And look at the great position that he gets. Both feet in the paint, a simple drop step, and he's able to knock down the two-point conversion. He'll have a chance for 3.
Hughley, a big deal coming out of Brush High School in Cleveland, Ohio. The Brush Arcs. Charles F. Brush invented the arc light bulb, in case you're wondering why we call it arc. Hughley's considered to be the highest-rated recruit at Pitt since Steven Adams decided to come to Pitt back in 2012.
It's a lofty company. Steven Adams having a very successful career in the NBA.
Terrell Brown, veteran, comes into the game. He replaces Hughley. Brown, a senior from Providence, Rhode Island. He'll block your shot. 4th on the all-time list at Pitt in block shots. Sam Clancy next in the crosshairs. Here's Ruggery, a moon ball. Can't throw it much higher than that.
Pitt still showing that zone. They get the defensive possession completed by rebounding the basketball.
Catch and shoot. Johnson missed everything. Here comes Land. Doesn't have numbers. And a block shot. Who else? Terrell Brown.
Ill-advised again because he took on 4 Pittsburgh defenders. More than likely, you're not going to be successful in that one.
Offensive rebound, Johnson. Horton. And the ball stays with Pitt. Last touch by Miles Thompson. The first game of the year, both teams using their bench liberally. Bryce Lasky comes back into the game. He replaces Land. Closest Pitt has been in a while. Down by 7. Brown, skip pass. Horton. Champagne had to fire. Looked up. Shot clock was down to 1.
Not the shot that he wanted, but the shot that he had to take as the shot clock was expiring. No full court pressure here by Pittsburgh, trying to force a turnover perhaps.
Lasky, bottom of the well. Sophomore shooter, Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Got the ball beyond the defense along the baseline. St. Francis able to capitalize with the three-point shot.
Lead back up to 10 for St. Francis. Good job by Ruggery. Forced the turnover and a foul at half court. Because of the bonus, we'll have free throws for St. Francis.
You see the pressure by Pittsburgh extended up near half court. But if you can get the ball over the top and find your shooters, you're going to have open opportunities. Good execution by the St. Francis Red Flash.
So free throws because of the bonus. Ramiir Dixon-Conover. Missed opportunity. Maybe not. Pitt can't corral the rebound. Jeff Capel now in his third year here in Pitt. High expectations. Obviously, he's been around winning everywhere he's been. Built winners at VCU and Oklahoma. So I'm trying to do the same here in the ACC. Ruggery.
Coach says Ruggery's a very hard worker.
Xavier Johnson earns a trip to the free throw line.
And that's good to see because Pittsburgh has settled for a lot of outside shots the last few possessions. They needed to get something going toward the basket. They have to get the basket, but also try to draw a foul, and that's exactly what they were able to do. So it's good that they're able to put some points on the board, perhaps,
13 and 12.
by way of the free throw line. You've got to diversify how you score. It can't all be one aspect as he capitalizes here.
Coming up next, the Peach State Clash. Georgia State's going to take on Georgia Tech to tip off the season in Atlanta. Tom Wormy and Brian Oliver will bring you all the action tonight. 9 p.m. Check your local listings. 8-point game, 5 minutes remaining, first half. St. Francis Pitt meeting for the 30th time in series history. St. Francis has never defeated Pitt. Thompson up and under, Dixie-Doo! Miles Thompson off to a good start.
Hey, St. Francis, they found the recipe for success against the zone of Pittsburgh. Get the ball inside to Miles Thompson. He's making some awesome decisions with the basketball.
Thompson's got 9. Along the baseline, too strong by Brown. One and done, rebounded by Dixon-Conover. Screaming the other way. Dixon-Conover surrounded by 4 Panthers and draws contact.
Pittsburgh reluctant to come out of the zone. Good up and under fake by Miles Thompson, the leader of this ball club. 6'6" junior, making it happen.
So free throws, 2 of them coming for Dixon-Conover. Senior from Newark. Last year started 11 games. St. Francis last year, they lost in the Northeast Conference tournament game. Lost against Robert Morris. Robert Morris would have represented the Northeast Conference in the NCAA tournament if there had been one. Zari Harrison back into the game, replacing Dixon-Conover. Gotta like the point guards that Rob Krimmel has. Done a good job of controlling tempo.
Yeah, Ruggery came in, gave the team a boost, got a basket, 3-point shot. And he's back on the bench now, but he played his minutes hard.
Here's Jeffress. Harrison.
That was a tough shot by Harrison. Never really got his feet settled.
Johnson all the way to the cup. Nobody stopped him. And a timeout is called. 3:50 remaining in our first half. St. Francis wants a blow with the lead. St. Francis leading by 10, indicating that this could be a breakout year. Jeff Capel, of course, highly thought of for the work he has done as a college coach and the pedigree that he is descended from. And we will also talk about all things ACC, news and notes, as we get the 2020-2021 season underway. Wonderful pass. Even better finish. Mark Flagg. That's the way you break a press.
You know what? The first time they broke it, they got a three-point shot out of it from Ruggery. This time they go inside for the two. They are really picking the press apart right now. Good job by St. Francis.
4 of the 5 starters for Pitt with 2 fouls here in the first half. So a modicum of foul trouble. Xavier Johnson. Another offensive rebound. Tony. He's been the offensive star so far for Pitt. Only man in double figures. He's got 12.
And this is where Pitt can really put themselves in a position to get back in the ballgame. They have to understand that they can get points on the inside, but so far they've settled for a lot of three-point shots. And Coach Capel told us yesterday, this is the worst shooting three-point team in the history of Pitt basketball. So you would think they would get away from the three-point shot right now.
Bryce Lasky rips another triple. Sophomore sniper. And the lead is now 13, a Baker's dozen for the visitors. If you're Jeff Capel, when do you start getting worried?
A long time ago.
Champagne. Another one and done. Rebounded by the point guard, Harrison.
Another distant shot from Pittsburgh.
Renell Giles Jr. back into the game. Lasky! He's already hit 3. Offensive rebound, Thompson takes his time and misses from 3 feet. Love to have that one back. Forgot all about Champagne. Left the wrong man open and making things worse. Flag fouls him. Chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, if you're going to foul someone in transition, make sure they don't get the ball up to the rim. And that was not the case with the bad transition defense by St. Francis.
So Champagne, 12-7 a year ago. One of only 3 ACC players who averaged 12 points and 7 rebounds. Jariah Coleman back into the game, replacing Mark Flagg. So a freshman replacing the senior.
Yeah, Mark should know better. He is a senior. That's a bad foul on his part. I'm sure coach is letting him know that.
Champagne, 77% at the free throw line a year ago. Planks that one. So the lead is still 11 for St. Francis.
When Pittsburgh comes out of that zone, that was very ineffective.
Freshman from Alaska. Gets it out. This is Giles. Wow, pretty finger roll.
Masterful with the ball. I like the way he utilized his dribble to improve his position on the floor. But you got to get back in transition defense, guys.
Doesn't seem as if St. Francis is afraid.
Oh, nice crossover. Gets the leverage going to the right. Easy finish.
Grant Long, have you seen any indication that St. Francis is afraid of this Pitt Panther team?
No, not at all. And to tell you the truth, I was kind of concerned about that coming in, considering the record of St. Francis versus Pittsburgh coming into this game. But these guys, like I said, they have no recollection of what happened before they got here.
Yeah, they were all in grade school the last time that St. Francis and Pitt even played. Back in 2011. It's been a while. Final 90 seconds of our first half.
Pressure extended by Pittsburgh.
Shot clock's down to 10. Lefty 3. Dixon-Conover. Largest lead of the ball game. A Sweet 16 for St. Francis.
Yeah, this Pittsburgh team has allowed St. Francis to now get their confidence level up. And they feel like every shot they take will go in.
Gutsy shot off these Tony. Where would Pitt have been without Tony? He's got close to half their points. 15 points for Tony.
Jeff Capel will tell his team at halftime, the three-point shot's not going to get us back in the ball game. Our defense will have to get us in the game.
Quite possibly the last possession of the first half for St. Francis. Lasky. Dribble it off his foot. And it's Pitt ball. Shot clock is off. Pitt can hold for the final shot if they want to. Panthers. Jeff Cable wants to make sure this final possession is a good one. Maybe he wants to get Justin Champagnie back into the game. I don't know. We shall see.
You want to leave.
Speaking of North Carolina Tar Heels, there is Jason Cable. That was quite the story back in the 90s. Jeff Cable went to Duke. Jason Cable went to UNC. Both Ballyhoo recruits, yeah. Both Ballyhoo recruits coming out of Fayetteville. Sons of a famous college basketball scion. Shot clock's off. Pitt holding for the final shot. Johnson, Tony, Xavier Johnson, Hughley. Would have counted if it went, but it doesn't go. Much like the majority of the shots for the Pitt Panthers in the first half. Pitt shoots just 36% as a team. They have almost as many turnovers as field goals. Brent Long, I'm Eric Collins. St. Francis, their first half star. Miles Thompson, one of a couple of captains, energy guy who can also put the ball in the cup. Star for the Pitt Panthers. Auguste Tony, no doubt about it. Without him, all would have been lost. For Pitt, only man in double figures, really the only man even close to it for Pitt. Ramiir Dixon-Conover starts with the ball for St. Francis. Marks flag on the high post over to Bryce Lasky. Lasky had 3 first half three-pointers. They feed the ball into Thompson. Takes his time. Half hook.
I'm sure he would like to get that one back. Left it a little short. Good execution of the move in the post.
Let's see if Justin Champagnie can get involved. Only had 2 points in the first half. Averaged 12.7 a year ago. And great defense played by Mark Flagg to knock it away from Hughley. St. Francis basketball. Pressure in the backcourt. And an offensive foul.
Oh, that might be questionable.
Xavier Johnson's done that for 3 years now. 49 charges drawn through his first 2 college seasons. Oh, man. UBS.
Yeah. We have the benefit of instant replay. They don't.
Dump down. Hughley had it ripped away. Lost it on the way back up. No damage done for St. Francis. Thompson. Bad pass. Picked off. Numbers for Pitt if they hurry. 5 on 4. Horton. Loose on the floor, and we've got a tie-up.
You don't mind that quick shot from Horton because he's one of the best three-point shooters on this Pitt team. Good defense on the inside. Stellar, stout defense by St. Francis. Not able to capitalize on it because they turn it over in that same possession.
Possession arrow favors Pitt. Once the ball is inbounded, it will favor St. Francis. Wonderful footwork. Just gorgeous. The freshman Hughley. Hughley just 1 for 7 shooting the basketball in the first half.
Well, that's a high percentage look. Both feet firmly planted in the paint when he got the ball. Able to convert on the easy deuce. They're going to need more of that in this second half.
Minute and a half into our second half. St. Francis looking for their first try. Taking their time. Shot clock is down to 7. Offensive rebound flag. 2 for a quarter. How about that? Dixon-Conover missed inside and then hits a 3 and now steals the inbound pass.
Great job. Let's go back to Flagg. Got the offensive rebound and kicked it back out for the three-point shot. Give a lot of credit to Flagg on that possession.
Dixon-Conover lowers the shoulder. Thompson, baseline 3. Offensive rebound flag.
Another one.
Lands the open man. Maxwell Land. Freshman from Cincinnati. Gives St. Francis their largest lead of the night. Trailing St. Francis by 17. Pitt has never lost against St. Francis. Actually, if you break it all the way down to teams in the Northeast Conference, Pitt is 43-1 against teams from the Northeast Conference, which is where St. Francis plays their conference games.
It may be a good thing that Coach Cable is wearing that mask. We may not want to see what his face looks like.
Offensive rebound, the freshman Hughley, and he can't capitalize because he lowered the shoulder and charged.
Gets the rebound, but lowers that shoulder. That's an easy call by the officials tonight. And dare I say, Mr. Flagg on the play or involved in the play one more time. He got 2 offensive rebounds that yielded 6 points. And now he comes away and takes away a possession, rather, by drawing the charge.
Hughley goes to the bench, replaced by the senior Terrell Brown. Flagg guarded by Brown. Dixon-Conover. Thompson. Open look. Land. Left the wrong man open. Hotter than a firecracker. Back-to-back triples. Maxwell Land. He's got 11 points in his first college game.
Pitt gave up dribble penetration along the baseline. That collapsed the defense and allowed the open 3.
20-point lead for St. Francis. Pitt can't count on the crowd to get him back into this game.
And they continue to settle for the 3-point shot. Pitt does.
Justin Champagny, much needed. Just his second field goal. He's been a non-factor.
And he was one of the guys that I was watching or hoping for would have a breakout game to build on a sensational freshman campaign he had.
Flagg rolls to the cup. Up and through with the left hand. Mark Flagg, the senior. He's got 6.
He is delivering here in this ball game tonight. Love when the seniors come through like Mark Flagg is doing tonight.
Lefty 3. Tony. He's been the goods. 18 points on these Tony. Land. And a foul. He had Horton on his hip. We've got a timeout on the floor. How about Maxwell? And you get yourself the Ohio River. The 3 rivers here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Looking regal on a Wednesday evening. Glad to have you with us. My partner Grant Long, I'm Eric Collins. St. Francis is trying to buck the odds, get themselves an upset. They lead by 17 with the ball.
What's confluence? What does that mean?
Oh, man.
I thought you'd react that way.
I think it's just where they blend together. That's my thinking. Now, that was a weak look right there by Thompson. Paid for it. Terrell Brown, second block shot of the evening. Xavier Johnson denied by the 10. Numbers for St. Francis, 5 on 4 if they hurry. Thompson doesn't want to challenge Brown. Lasky. Offensive rebound. Flagg. His 3rd offensive rebound in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
You know what? This missed dunk could have been a serious momentum changer in the favor of Pittsburgh had it gone down. But it didn't, and we're going back the other way for St. Francis. And Flagg, who's had an outstanding second half, is at the free throw line to convert 2.
Oh, my.
Did he call glass? Did he call glass?
Well, the numbers last year told us he's not a very good free throw shooter, just 44%. But as long as you can use the window. 1 out of 2 for Flagg. Lead is 18.
Coach Krimmel getting huge dividends out of Flagg tonight.
Johnson keeps the dribble alive. Oh, was that an alley-oop for basket interference? It'll score the goal. Terrell Brown is close enough, and he gets credited for the field goal.
See the extended pressure now by Pittsburgh. Token pressure. They're not really forcing anything here.
Zari Harrison, freshman point guard, gets a screen from Flagg. Sets up Land. Now Land getting the attention of the defense. Terrible pass. Picked off Jeffress. William Jeffress, the freshman from Erie.
Again, that breakaway dunk could serve as a momentum changer. Let's see if Pittsburgh can capitalize on it and extend their defense.
Bit of a lull right now for St. Francis. And a blocking foul called on Xavier Johnson. For Johnson, that's his third foul.
The alley-oop pass. You make the call. Is it basket interference?
I think it's good. I think it's a straight alley-oop.
Yeah, I thought it was good. No basket interference. Here's the breakaway dunk with a two-hand flush.
First field goal as a college player for William Jeffers. Comes on a boom. 3 fouls sends Xavier Johnson to the bench.
This is an important basket for St. Francis right now. They've got to score.
Femi Odukale comes in to replace Johnson. He'll run the point.
Flag's feeling pretty good right now.
Giles, long 2.
And see, that's what you don't want to happen. Everybody's standing around, and all of a sudden you take a long shot and miss. But St. Francis gets it back. Tenacious defense.
I've been impressed with Harrison. There's a loose ball. He's going to find it. Thompson. Wow, friendly roll. Miles Thompson, make yourself at home.
The seldom used mid-range jump shot there by Miles Thompson.
Brown in attack mode.
Good results from the zone from St. Francis.
Dixon-Conover is fouled. Jeffers got him on the way by. Well, St. Francis a year ago was a 22-win team.
Yes.
They were 22-10, went 13-5 in Northeast Conference play. But they lost their 2 main scorers, Isaiah Blackman, Keith Braxton, both finishing up their eligibility. But the Red Flash, they haven't missed a beat here in their opener. Now a message from Works Landroid.
Works Landroid Robotic Lawnmower. Available at mylandroid.com. The future of lawn care is here.
All right, if you want to win an upset on the road, you better hit your free throws. Right now, that's been the flying the ointment for the Red Flash. Ramiir Dixon-Conover. 1 out of 2. 17-point game, 13:06 remaining.
And now the Red Flash, they're going to extend their defense and try to make Pittsburgh eat up some of that clock. Good move by Coach Krimmel.
With the left hand, Noah Collier got bumped. First time we've seen Noah Collier. Jeff Capel just trying to find something. Brings in the freshman Collier, who he says is super athletic. See if he can make something happen. And we'll have free throws.
Yeah, Coach Capel's got 5 new freshmen that he could put out on the floor. And, you know, maybe he gets some guys out there, some new blood, and try to mix things up and get going.
First collegiate point for Noah Collier. Comes from New Jersey, 6'9", freshman, 1 out of 2. Jariah Coleman into the game, replacing Mark Flagg as the center for St. Francis. And that pass is too low for him to handle. Loose ball, however, picked up by Dixon-Conover, who promptly throws it out of bounds.
Hey, give Pittsburgh credit because they were able to speed up the offensive side of the ball for St. Francis and force that turnover. This team is looking for something to build on to create some momentum, and it will have to happen on the defensive side of the ball. That was a perfect, clear case of it right there.
Dixon-Conover goes to the bench. Bryce Lasky back in for St. Francis. Jeffers to Tony. Hughley dumped down, intercepted. Good active hands.
Good thought, but when you've got a big guy underneath the basket, you've got to put it up near the rim and let him go get it.
Harrison. A little bit sloppy as of late for St. Francis. No one can make a 3 for Pitt with the exception of Tony. Tony is 4 for 5 from behind the arc. The rest of the team, 1 for 16 shooting triples. Recipe for disaster. Giles, walled off. Shot clock's to 7. Harrison leaves it. Extra pass. And I think that's a mistake. Tyler Stewart probably should have just taken it to the cup. Extra pass was unselfish, probably unnecessary.
Absolutely. And we're going to give you maybe an example of what confluence with
your local listing. Rob Krimmel, dreaming big dreams. St. Francis, all he's ever known. 4-year player, 12-year assistant, now in his 9th year as the head coach. Looking to beat Pitt for the first time.
Once again, St. Francis extends their pressure.
Jeffress hands it over to Xavier Johnson. Johnson playing with 3 fouls. And he's bumped. Uriah Coleman got him. And that's 4 fouls on Coleman. 7-footer. Playing in his first college game. So Johnson goes to the line. 76% as a free thrower a year ago.
Got a feeling it won't be long before we see Mark Flagg back out on the floor.
Interesting. Coleman's going to lead, but he's not replaced by Flagg. Flagg stays on the bench. Instead, it's Josh Cohen who comes in. He'll man the center spot. Cohen wears number 33, redshirt freshman from New Jersey.
Well, we're not in the home stretch yet, so perhaps Coach Krimmel saving Mark for the end, the last stanza.
Lasky gets it across the timeline. Lasky made 3 3-pointers in the first half. Stewart dumped down to Cohen. Shot clock's at 5. Cohen brought it down low. Lasky's going to have to fire. He chose to pass instead, and it's a shot clock violation.
There's a delicate balance, Eric, from using a lot of clock, but also disrupting your offensive rhythm. And that time, I believe the St. Francis Ball Club used so much clock that it disrupted their rhythm. They had no good looks at the basket.
Once again, playing without Justin Champagny. He's been a non-factor. And a travel. William Jeffress shuffled the shoes. Are you surprised that we've seen so little of Justin Champagny for Jeff Capel's team?
I am, because a player of that magnitude, you want to give him an opportunity to find his rhythm, and I don't believe he's had that opportunity, particularly coming off the outstanding freshman campaign that he had last year, where he led the team in rebounding and scoring. So you know he's got it within him to make something happen. Perhaps it's just not on this night.
Wild shot by Stewart off the offensive rebound. And now a jump ball. And it stays with St. Francis.
The area of concern for Jeff Capel coming into this ball game was rebounding. They are out-rebounding St. Francis right now.
Harrison goes to the bench. Coming back into the game to run the point, Ramiir Dixon-Conover. So his senior replaces a freshman. St. Francis has only been to the NCAA tournament once in school history. That was back in 1991. Offensive rebound, Cohen. Roman Catholic School in Loretto, Pennsylvania. It's a mountain town. Good catch by Cohen. Strong hands, fouled by Hughley.
Perfectly fundamentally sound on that one. That forced Hughley to go over the back.
All right, Champagny comes back into the game. See what he's got. Also back into the game, Abdul Kareem Koulibaly. You see the numbers. 3 of 9 shooting, just 6 points for Champagny. Twice last year, he had 30-point games.
You know what? If you're a coach, you've got to give your good players an opportunity to be special, and that's exactly what Coach Capel is doing right now by putting Champagny back on the floor.
Cohen, Pester. Had a man open underneath the basket, couldn't get it there. Just had to fire it up with the shot clock winding down. And in the last 2 minutes of game time, that's 2 shot clock violations for St. Francis.
They are holding the ball far too long. We saw a lot of zip passes in the first half, and now they're holding it. And I understand they're trying to manage the clock, but this is too early in the game in the second half to try to manage the clock. You got to get your offense going and stay in that rhythm.
Pitt's been playing from behind virtually the entire game. For 16 minutes of game time, they have been down 10 points or more. Closing in on the 9-minute mark of our second half.
You know what? You have a few turnovers by trying to milk the clock, and some shots go awry. All of a sudden, your confidence goes down if you're St. Francis.
Last touch by Pitt, knocked out of bounds by Tony. St. Francis basketball. All right, let's see if they get something up on the rim. 3 straight shot clock violations for St. Francis. And now they're having trouble getting the ball in bounds.
It's never an issue if you score. St. Francis right now is trying to find a good basket or easy basket, and they've had good opportunities to score, but it's been too early in the shot clock. Anytime you have an opportunity to score the ball, put points on the board.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. You saw that the bottom of your screen. Last 3 possessions, 3 shot clock violations.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad if you're Coach Krimmel in St. Francis.
It's okay if you got a 14-point lead. Ramiir Dixon-Conover working up high. Underneath 9 minutes to play. St. Francis looking for an upset. Corner 3. Tapped around loose. St. Francis ball. Flag back into the game, promptly throws it away. Here comes Tony on the run out. Horton. Good body control. Sophomore Horton give him the bucket.
I'm feeling a momentum swing here.
12-point game. 8.5 remaining. Pitt is so offensively challenged, they have to continue getting stops defensively. St. Francis wants to talk things over. 8:24 remaining in Pittsburgh. We've got a good one. Well, it has been everyone when you add it all together the first 37 minutes. Great long look at the balance scoring for the Red Flash.
You know what? You have to have a balanced attack when you're coming in pretty much as an underdog. And this is, let's face it, that's exactly what St. Francis was coming into this ball game, the underdog. But if you can diversify, spread the offense around, all of a sudden you become a very potent offensive team. And that's what we saw tonight from St. Francis. At some point tonight, they shot 45% from the three-point line. They're shooting now 38%. But they had a high clip at some point during this game that saw them extend their lead.
Up by 11 with the ball. Land. Shot clock doesn't reset. Pitt has the basketball. Chance to make this a single-digit game.
They stepped out of bounds.
Offensive foul. Champagny would have liked to step out of bounds as opposed to picking up the foul. It scored a turnover, number 23 for Pitt.
Good move. Oh. And the defender got his shoulder squared and took the brunt of that hit.
So 2:20 remaining, and St. Francis uses a timeout. Can't take it back to Loretto with him. So they take a timeout. They'll have a discussion. Can't make mistakes, and they'll have a W. So Jeff Capel has that in the back of his mind, and that's how the Pitt Panthers are going to play the final 41 seconds.
But when you live through it as Jeff Capel has, you understand the game is never really over. You've got a chance. There's certain things work in your favor.
It starts with Dixon-Conover, who's fouled in the backcourt.
That's a good foul. That's a very good foul.
Took 2 seconds off the game clock. Dixon-Conover made a pair a moment ago.
And remember what we said now. Both teams really not lighting it up from the free throw line. So it's important for Pittsburgh to box out and rebound in the event of a miss.
Man, you wouldn't expect St. Francis, the visiting team, when they come to Peterson Event Center, to have such a quiet experience at the free throw line. But because of the limitations for how many people can come into the arena,
right?
It's like a library in here.
So goes the home court advantage.
So Dixon-Conover takes advantage, hits a pair. Tony's had a night. He's been the leading scorer for Pitt. 20-point night for Tony. And a timeout.
St. Francis very content to trade baskets at this point.